scariest yet most important experiences you'll have as you enter the adult world. Successful interviewing for any professional position requires extensive preparation.
There are several steps you should take before going to the actual interview. First, set up a mock interview with the career development staff to help you gain interview skills. Don't let your first interview be your practice session. Second, research whatever company you are interviewing with. This is important in showing your interest. Then prepare possible questions. Remember to take copies of your resume with you. Let's look at an interview.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm just fine. I'm Gene Wells.
Braden Pretch. Nice to meet you.
Braden, thank you so much for being here with us today.
My pleasure.
You know, Braden, I always like to start off with candidates telling us a little bit about themselves. That's where we're going to start. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I am very big into broadcasting and telling television and radio stories because I love being able to go out and tell other people's stories. I think that is just, it gives so much reward to me to help other people share what they're doing with the world. So besides professionally, personally, I consider myself someone who has a great work ethic, someone who likes to have a lot of fun but also can get the job done when need be, and I love to motivate others and work with others as well.
Terrific. Why don't you tell me some of those experiences that underlie what you just described? Kind of bring me up to speed about some of the things you're involved in.
Well, one of the big things I've been involved in at my time at the University of Evansville is a group called ACES TV. ACES TV is our student-run broadcasting organization that consists of about 30 people. It started predominantly working in athletics broadcasts where we live stream a lot of ACES home games onto a website where people can watch, but now it has expanded to more of a news style where people can get up-to-date campus news and things like that. So through that program, we've been able to provide a lot of opportunities for students, whether it is working on camera, being the interviewer, the storyteller, working behind the scenes, editing, even just going out and putting the stories together, working on our athletics games where you get a lot of great professional experience. So that's definitely been something that has been very rewarding for me, not only personally, but to see the experiences that everyone else is able to get.
Fantastic. Tell me about a time when you had to work as a part of a team, and what was your role?
Well, I would say each time we do our athletics broadcast, you know, you think of an athletics broadcast, and they're the team, you know, there's the ones that are out there on the field competing together. But as a broadcast team, you're working together too. And a lot of the times I'm in the producer role, so I'm kind of like, if you want to call it, the quarterback of it. It's my job to make sure that everyone knows what they're doing and gets their job done efficiently, and then I can help facilitate that through them. But when we're as a part of a broadcast team, it's a lot of communication. Everyone has to be working together to make sure that we have the shots that we need. Everyone needs to be talking because sometimes camera people have a vision of something that's going on in the field that maybe I'm not seeing up in the producer's seat. So it's definitely a very team-oriented atmosphere that some people don't think about at a sporting event.
Okay. How about describing a time when you had to persuade someone else to do something that he or she was not really willing to do? Exactly about a time in which you had to persuade someone in that situation, a recent situation, and what came of that?
Well, we just produced our first half-hour TV show, and we had 3 big stories that were going to be a part of this, and we needed those stories done by a certain deadline, and I was sitting there and I was preparing for the on-air stuff because I was going to be helping to host the show. But I kept sitting there and I kept seeing the stories in the working bin, a little bit of stuff getting done, but they weren't nearly close to the completion date that we were going to need them so that we could get them ready for the show. Well, it took people going up to them and going, listen, this is a big opportunity for our group. It's something where you have to think of this as being bigger than yourself because, yeah, it's you editing this video, but it's you editing this video to be a part of this newscast, to be a part of ACES TV taking a big step into the professional environment. So we tried to take that motivation to give people and be like, this is why this is so important. You're helping to make us look good as a group and on professional television.
Okay, fantastic. I really appreciate you coming by and seeing us, and then if you have any further questions, don't hesitate to contact me.
Absolutely, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
As you can see, there are many factors in the interview process. Before your interview starts, make sure you're dressed professionally, your cell phone is turned off,
and you have extra copies of your resume with you. During the interview, you'll want to make sure that you sit up straight, appear confident, and can answer questions about your skills and your fit. At the end of the interview, make sure you ask any questions that you didn't get answered and give the interviewer a firm handshake. Following your interview, you'll want to make sure to send a thank you note to the interviewer. This will confirm your interest in the position. Now you're ready. Go into your interview with the confidence that you are prepared and professional.
This production has been brought to you by the Center for Career Development.